Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello, my royalty. Hi, my lovelies. Okay. Well, first, I will make sure to say get ready for some either scorching hot patty tea, but some of you might like it cold. Just hold the ice. Yeah, we holding on the ice, around here. But yeah, okay. I know, especially during African American month. And you know what? It's probably the perfect month that to basically prove the racism that the Republican Party is swimming in. Oh, they're just having a beautiful little pool party up in racism. Yes, they are. Oh, it's like bigotry deep end. Oh, they are diving in, surfing all over the bigotry corner. Okay, so and I know I probably talked about white femininity and how they are trying to destroy feminism and all of the female structure and things like that. And I haven't said in that much of a core, but that's basically where I'm getting at. Yeah, like in some of my previous episodes. Yes, that's exactly what I'm basically trying to say. But and it's really crazy because so many white women don't understand the racism that we go through. And but at the same time, some of them don't even realize the sexism that they go through. And I think it might be because they lived through it for so long, it's just every day. It's just normal to the point where they're just like, it's not sexist, that's just men. Mm, yeah. Because when you're going to vote for a man who brags about if you have so much money you can just grab women by the kitty, yeah. And then like a lot of his friends are not getting arrested. A lot of these millionaire billionaires are now on the Epstein list. Look at it like, okay, if a lot of his friends have been in prison, are going to prison, or he let out of prison, and either for money crimes and things relating to business or related to women, and then you hear the quote, like some of these quotes and some of the things that he has said, but then you still say he's not sexist. You say, oh, he's a Christian man. Are Christian men sexist? No good. Just like women dehumanizing people. It's like, are they people who use submissive as a weapon? Because do you know how many men tell me that I am supposed to be submissive? And that's why they lose interest in me, because at first they try to force me in it, but then I'm like, no, I'm good. And then, especially some black men try to tell me that I'm supposed to be submissive, but the way they do it, and especially when it comes to education, and or jobs, because do you know how many men told me that they will not let me start a business because then I might make more money than them, so that will make me the head of household, and they will not allow that. And so when I was like, okay, well, I guess we're not going to be together, then they start calling me out of my name and putting me down. So, and then these black men get mad when I date a white guy, when, yeah, the white guy might be a little jealous, and well, some of them kind of stop me, or, yeah, they kind of, but they don't. They kind of, but they try to gaslight. Like, it's kind of like two different things. Like, black men treat it differently than a lot of white guys, from what I've noticed. Because black guys, like, they will threaten a black woman with from getting her education. It's like, 'cause I tell you guys about the one guy that did it, like, because I was already dating him, and like because of the mental abusc that I've grown up with all my life, I was scared I that I was not going to be able to get married. And so I remember going to the hospitality certification class, whatever, and I told my teacher after the class when we were in the computer lab what happened and how he gave me an ultimatum or whatever. Like, either you go to school or you date me because I don't want a smart woman. But this has happened more times with black men. And then a lot of black men get mad at me when I date white guys, when at least white guys pretend to be happy for me at the beginning. Black men can't even pretend. And it's like, I'm not talking about all of you black men, but the black men attracted to me, yes. Black men who are attracted to me can't stand it. And or they say they don't care about black women's achievements. Look at the screenshots. I have so many screenshots of how black men treat me and talk to me or try to tell me that they know I can't have a degree. Because and that even that, or, oh, these men probably thought you were a white woman. Because I have my education, because I invest my money, because my entire list of standards, I pass. I have investments, I have degrees. I love conversating and having deep, thorough conversations, learning, educating, and like trying to expand my mind on a daily basis. And do you know how many black men have said I'm a square or I'm a nerd, or they don't have time for that garbage, or politics have nothing to do with life, and that it's like it doesn't matter who you vote for, or like I should be ashamed for voting. I've actually had black men tell me I should be ashamed of voting. Well, look where that got just now. Look at where that got us now. And it's so sad how many of them told me that voting is a waste of time, or getting an education is a waste of time. Somewhere in the screenshots, I don't know, it's in episodes, but I don't know if it's on Patreon yet. But there was one black guy who told me I was stupid or dumb because he was like, you have a degree already. Because on my standards I say you must have a degree, a certification, or a trade. Because some people are gonna say I'm stuck up with that, but hey, call me what you're gonna call me. I do not care. It's after years of dating, and especially even dating white guys who don't have a degree. I need someone who's gonna know the effort that it takes, and that I have my own goals and dreams. Because yeah, there's gonna be some men with higher education that still want me to be submissive and stay at home, and they're not gonna be my type either. But at least I know that the person I date who has the degree is gonna know the hard work and the dedication, things like that. And especially with the student loan, I'm like, are you gonna pay my student loans off? Are you gonna pay? If you're not gonna pay them off, be quiet, shut your mouth, and mind your business. Okay. But I worked I worked really hard for my degrees, and I have goals and things I want to achieve with everything. And it's just really, it's annoying and frustrating when people are like, the orange man isn't racist. You can't prove he's not racist. If you still don't think he's racist, like I said in the other episode, if you're racist and you know it, clap your hands, and you should be clapping if you still don't think the orange man is racist after everything he has done in 1 week. Because, okay. First, watch the video in this example. I'm probably going to have screenshots as well. I'll see how much time I have, but it's like, if you watch the episodes, I have shown so many examples of the hate that black women get on a regular basis. It's like we can't even play a main character. It's like the Iron Man 2 or Iron Woman. Yeah, Disney Plus. Do you know the racist comments? And I got some of them on Patreon, so I'm gonna have a lot more of them. It's like, yeah, I have so many I need to. And there's some more from The Little Mermaid that I have. where it's this one is in like 4 or 5 of the episodes where I have a screenshot of a man saying, "Oh, she's not a mermaid, she's a mermaid," and then someone else called her a mer slave. If you only knew the racism that we go through on a daily basis, and then when they try to call, because like when I saw the post that the orange man did about Mr. and Mrs. Obama being like apes and stuff like that, that's not brand new. I've seen like, because yeah, I'm gonna have the screenshots on, like, I don't know if I have any of those yet, but I will. I do have a few of the hate that the Obamas got, but I don't know if I have specifically, because especially when they try to call Mrs. Obama like trans or he, she, and things like that. It's like, and they do that with black women all of the time. You guys do not know the hate that we get on a daily basis. And so when we try to warn you about Project 2025, when we try to tell you about the racism that this country is still filled with, but the Hispanic community, and then parts of the Asian community, and then even parts of the African community, the people who came from Africa, and their ancestors did not have to fight and go through the racism, but at the same time they had to fight and go through the apartheid. So when they come over here, they act like they don't understand the racism. And it's like sometimes I'm still surprised with that. But you don't know the hatred that black women go through. And so, okay, I'm just going to summarize what's happened. Just, I think this month, all of this stuff has happened with the post about the Obama. So, yeah, I already mentioned that. If you don't know, then you need to catch up, look it up. It was talked about all of Friday. That was like the break. And I think he was doing that so that he can get the eyes off of the Epstein case. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But also, there is a governor's dinner. How come the only black governor is not invited to the governor's dinner? And then there was the meeting with the African American farmers. I've mentioned this in other episodes, but the two African American farmers, like they're kind of like the leaders in African American farming and things like that. How come they refused to go? And the white farmers or the white people told the black farmers it was because of DEI, and they don't agree with DEI, so he's not a. They're not invited. They're not allowed to go. So that's two events where it's all white people, only white people, whites only. We're starting to repeat history. What is going on in this country? Black women try to tell you, but then so many like whites and people of color kept telling us that we're over exaggerating, that they're tired of us. They're like, they have like just exhaustion from black people. But now, if you still think that, congratulations, you're racist. Okay, yeah, you are. And there is also gonna be a dinner, or there's another function where it's gonna be all whites too. And I found out about this on The View because there's one of the white governors or senators. He's going to the other event, and he found out that the black people are not invited. I think that's the senator's dinner too. Yeah, and so he said he's not going because the president or his staff are making it whites only. If you don't think this country is racist, if you don't think that we have to go through racism, congratulations, you're racist. Because with everything going on with ICE, with everything that is being shown that is racist within this country, if you still think that black women are just complaining and making, like, congratulations, you're racist. If you think that we're just complaining and making things up when it's right in front of you, like, how much more proof do you need? Because, especially watch this video, because 7 minutes in, In one of the, like I mentioned this, I hinted it before, but it's in this video. Yeah, in the Epstein files, there's like a little message or note from Epstein, I believe. And Epstein's talking about the orange man. And he's telling the person, don't let any black women near him. Don't invite any black women because the orange man doesn't like black women. He doesn't want to be near black women. Does that show you? Like, and then also, he loves calling black women dumb and low IQ. He loves saying, like, he loves putting down black people. Always trying to say that we're dumb or stupid or that we're not capable or that we're just like criminals and that we're just, even though he loves not paying people. He loves dragging even casinos to bankruptcy. I'm just kind of wondering. You guys stereotype us as criminals and all these other horrible types. But then look at the list on the Epstein. I'm not saying there's no black people or people of color. But look at all these millionaire, billionaire white people on that list. But of course, you're not going to now say, okay, so white people are not. No, you only do that when it's black people and people of color. That's when you say that we are the criminals and we're bad, or that we're going to steal and do you wrong. Mm, yeah. And then when you say that you're going to try to protect Americans, you're not going to try to save the Native Americans, the actual native people of this land. You try to get ICE to pick them up too. But then you call black people low IQ, but you've got ICE people literally trying to pick up, trying to get Native Americans. Do you know how dumb you are for that? Do you actually know how dumb you are for that? Like, because I can't even. It's impulsive, it's dumb, it's stupid, it's ignorant. And it's like, I know America's average reading level is around fourth or fifth grade, but doing actions like that just prove it even more. And it's just disgusting. And at a point where, with all of those examples, and I mean, that's just within this year of the racism. We try telling you of the patterns with the redlining and everything, and then the Parkland Five guys who were innocent and exonerated. But then the orange man, he couldn't even apologize. He can never apologize to black people. Have you noticed that? Whenever he's wrong, whenever he accuses black people or mocks black people, or like does that post with and Mrs. Obama, yeah, he didn't apologize. He won't apologize. It's like with Black Lives Matter. Do you remember all of the awful things he said and did like with Black Lives Matter? Oh, because that reminds me, when they were doing the protests outside of the White House, I believe I forgot the entire story, so I'm just going to do like a I think moment of what I remember. But he asked the security people or the White House, like police, if they could, bang bang in at their legs or aim at their legs, and they were just like, no, we can't do that. He asked them to do that, and they had to tell him, no, that's not legal. That we can't do that. Mm-mm. So he, you guys say all lives matter, but as a country, we are now going back to racism. It's like the way that you guys treated Kamala Harris and the way you stereotyped her, put her down. And is she perfect? No, nobody's perfect. I'm not saying she is, but she would have been a much better leader, a much better president than this person. A lot of you guys couldn't vote for a woman on top of being black is just disgusting. It's like black women kept telling you guys about the racism in this country and the sexism in this country because we know best because we face it every day. So at the end of the day, I mean, what other proof do you need? How many more whites only situations are we going to have to go through? How much more hatred do we have to face? And it's like having the Supreme Court rule that ICE can like track us down legally by the color of our skin, which if any of these Republicans try to quote Martin Luther King again, they're just repulsive. They're disgusting and they should be ashamed of themselves. Because the exact thing that Martin Luther King said, they're now doing the exact opposite. They are now tracking us by the color of our skin. And if you're white, hey, it's like, I mean, they're tracking a few of them down or whatever. And that's the irony that some, well, you already know. It's like some of them just think they are just excluded from this nightmare. And then some of the people of color who think, as long as I vote for him, as long as I, cheer on with the racists, I'm fine. As long as I act like I'm one of them, I'm fine. You're not one of them. You're never going to be one of them. They're going to use you for your votes. That's exactly what the orange man did. Because he said, after this, you're never going to have to vote again. And he lied and said as much as he could. He kept saying he's the least racist person in this world. He kept lying. But in another episode, I talked about the lying because he even stated, as long as you keep repeating yourself, as long as you keep saying it, you're going to believe it. He knows he's lying. He knows his lies. He does it on purpose, and he taught the rest of his staff to do it too. The lies we hear every day. But he had the nerve to say he's the least racist person in this world, or in this country, world, whatever, one of the two. But the way he puts down black women, especially Jasmine Crockett, ooh. And then even the way he talks about Africa, like, because, okay, I gotta ask the Africans, a question like, has your mind changed just a little bit over the last year and a half at all? At all? Because now he only wants to bring over the white Africans, and he says that it's the Africans' fault. Like, he puts down the black Africans. And then he even called Africa an S-hole country. And even, oh yeah, during the World Conference or the peace group that was in Africa, something happened. And it kind of like the orange man said that the Africans aren't going to be invited next time when America's hosting. Yeah, this is getting really interesting, isn't it? But if you still want to say he's not racist, congratulations. I'm going to keep saying it because, yeah, you are a racist. If you don't feel bad for the people who are being arrested or taken into these facilities, and some of them are American born, and if you keep trying to say that Bad Bunny is not a citizen, American citizen, then you really need to read up on your history and get some education. I know I'm not perfect, but at the same and if you're mad that we had a performance where there was no English, but there was heart, there was community, it was artistic and beautiful. And if you notice, like black people, we didn't ask why there. I mean, there were Afro, like Hispanic, which we love. Like, oh, when I saw one of the girls with the afros, I'm like, hey girl, hi, hey girl, yeah. And so it's like, but have you noticed that African Americans, we applaud. We're not going to ask where we are because we want to celebrate the Afro Hispanic, the Hispanic, the Latina. We want to embrace your culture because we're the ones who keep cheering everyone else on. Like people always want to downgrade black women when we're your best cheerleader. It's like we encourage, we uplift, we're positive. We will fight for you. But then you guys can't wait to just push us down. It's like people want to blame African American women for how our stereotype is or how we get mad or angry or whatever. But then you forget we are the most educated demographic in this country. And I think that's another reason why the orange man always wants to put Jasmine Crockett down, especially being a beautiful, amazing, brilliant lawyer. And I'll say beautiful because, oh, yeah, he doesn't want to be anywhere near us. He can't handle our personality, our beauty. It's like our encouragement. He can't stand how we welcome everybody. It's like you may not be invited to the official picnic. He was like, if you know, you know. But I mean, you're our neighbor. Well, we'll have another cookout for you guys. Like it won't be our cookout, but we'll invite you to the cookout. Because yeah, we got to be careful. We got to be careful still. So everybody can't like. There's a few. It's like there's a select few because yeah, Bad Bunny. Oh yeah, I think we can invite him. Yeah, I think he's one of the ones we can invite. And then yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna do an episode on some of the select few celebrities who I think would be invited to the barbecue, the official one. So, but yeah, at least that way I can put a lighter mood to this racism and the hypocrisy and the judgment. But yeah, at the end of the day, black women told y'all. I'm going to keep saying that too because we told you. We kept telling. You kept saying that we're just making stuff up. And I mean, I'm used to it. All my life, I like doctors have even said, it's like, I just want attention. I'm making it up. Well, boo boo, how do you feel now? I was like, I'm not always right, but my percentage is pretty high. My percentage is pretty high of times that I'm right because I do my research. I stay up on things. So for a lot of these men out here, especially the black, and yes, I went a little hard on the black men in this episode because black men, we are, if you have not noticed the racism, the sexism black women already have to go through, and it's like we already get pushed down by everybody else. Why on earth would you push down your own women? You call us queens, but you don't mean, a lot of you guys don't mean it. Or a lot of you guys only call us queens because you want us in the throne of your bed. That's the only reason why you call us that. So, yeah, I'll talk about that later. But black men just, yeah, you guys kind of need to listen to this episode the most. And many, like I have over 600. So, yeah, check out Patreon. Check out, like, I'm going to have my novel out later this year. This is the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.